Hi everyone. This week we have lots of energy flowing through second chakra. And some things to keep in mind for second chakra is to a really simple way to help the energy flow there is to enjoy all the beautiful simple things in life. For me, that is coffee. That moment that I drink my coffee and how it hits my system and the sensory my senses of taste and sight, sound, smell, all of these senses come into play when I'm having that cup of coffee. And it does something to my system, and second chakra is definitely an area where that's influenced. So for others, it might be a sunset. When they're taking in the sunset, there's a bunch of senses that come into play. We have our sight, we have that feeling inside of our body when we see something beautiful. There's such a maybe a warmth on the face from the sun because often it's a beautiful sunset. Anyways, the point is, whatever gives you that sensual feeling, and it doesn't have to be sexual, but it can if that's what you'd like to do. Uh, that second chakra energy. And when I say sensual in a sexual way, it's also the womb space is held in the second chakra, so it gives birth to things. We really see this described in ways that I was taught was like a phoenix. There's lots of phoenix energy in the second chakra. So the idea of giving birth to something or even death, because with birth it's connected, to life and death. I'm sure I don't have to explain that and you all understand how birth is connected to death. And if you don't, reach out. So, sometimes for individuals, I will get a sense that their second chakra, Phoenix energy, is coming into play. And I will further get a sense of what cycle they're in. Is it the burning down? Because the Phoenix, it lives, it burns and dies, and then from its ashes is reborn. And so everyone varies where they are on this stage, but this week specifically, there was lots of energy in the second chakra with Phoenix and letting something die, letting something that's no longer serving you end. And so, ways to support the second chakra would be while these things are ending, still find the beauty in life, even if that's a cup of coffee. Get all those senses, still take in the sunsets while things are dying metaphorically in your life. Take in the beauty around you. Maybe it's, your children or your dog running up to you, and it's this beautiful moment that just gets you all the juicy feels in your body. This is second chakra health. This will help nurture the second chakra. Having faith is ways to help the second chakra. Faith is knowing without knowing. I know God is going to deliver all my dreams. I know it. I have faith. It's a feeling, and without knowing how it's going to happen, I don't need to know. I have faith and know that I'm on the right path to getting where I need to be. Faith is so important for second chakra. So if you're questioning things, that is the opposite of having faith in what you're receiving. Faith in your path. Faith that no matter what, even if you weren't here doing a workshop with Sandra and I, you are exactly where you need to be. Um, Second chakra is super important for boundaries. Help yourself and the second chakra energy by having boundaries. Make your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Please tell people no if you are actually not interested. Okay, and filling up your cup. Filling up your cup, I mean truly take care and make your heart happy. More than like self-care is one thing, but self-care to some might just be make sure you're showering, make sure you're eating the right foods. And yes, that is important, but is there anything else that really fills your soul? For some people, it might be dancing, it might be singing, it might be something artistic and creative and painting. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever you do, do it to fill up your soul. For myself, I might go to a spa. I really, really, really love a good sweat in a spa and hydrotherapy. That would really fill up my cup, especially if I got to be with somebody I love. For myself, also, ways to fill up my cup would be heart connection, social activities. So, not so much drinking in a social setting, but almost ceremonial. When I do this, I leave feeling way more filled in my cup, and so that is far more nurturing to me than the same amount of time and money spent drinking at a bar just to get drunk. And so these ways help buff up in the best of ways when we self care, when we fill our own cup. This helps us nurture the second chakra. So, those are some good starting points. And also, anything creative. Do something creative. Paint. Start a new project. All of that is relevant to the sacral chakra. So, that is it for tools. Have faith, um, boundaries, yes and no, self care, um, filling up your cup, taking in all the beauty around you, your senses, whatever makes you feel juicy inside, like a cup of coffee or a sunset, soak it all in. And the last thing I'll say is I pulled a card for today about the sacral chakra, the second chakra that we're talking about now. And what card came up was mm, it was a picture of a lion amongst a bunch of sheep. And it connects to this story where, there was once a lion um, who was adopted and raised by a bunch of sheep, and it acted like a sheep. And it wasn't until it saw its reflection in the water that it realized that it was different than the rest. And so, what this makes me think of, uh, what the message of this story is, that you are different from the pack. Even if your personality tries to act like a bunch of sheep, you are not a sheep, you are a lion. And sometimes we find ourselves in positions where we conditioned ourselves or had conditions that we were raised from where we act like sheep instead of the lion we are. And then one day you realize you are a lion and you see your reflection, and that is the time when it's time to change your personality. It's time to let go and let die what you once thought you were, which was, in this case, would be the sheep. You were not the sheep. And I get the sense that this card came through as a reminder of you're not who you used to be. And it's okay to embrace the strength of a lonely lion. And it's not that the lion is lonely, that is just who he is in his power. That is he is the lion. So embrace your inner lion. Maybe recognize that there's areas that you made your personality into a sheep out of conditions that you were maybe born into or thought are social a norm. So, yeah, you're not a sheep, okay? Embrace your inner lion. That's it for today. And I say that as connection to the second chakra because if if the second chakra was shining through the lion, it would be the death of the phoenix. He would have to kill a lot of what he thought he was, a lot of what his life he thought looked like. A lot of what used to be normal is not normal anymore. And so that is phoenix energy in the second chakra, and that is the parallel of the lion and the sheep story. So, hope this helps. Do all the best that you can do for the second chakra, and it'll help whatever is looking to metaphorically die in your life and clear out. It's okay, it's part of the process, and what is reborn is so beautiful. So, you're here for it. And I applaud you for being here for it, because if you're watching this video, you truly are showing up for yourself and the things that needs to happen to get to where you're going. So, congrats. Talk to you later.